Now what we want to do is we want to start joining this all together. Okay, and I've got my lovely proxy on the other side. And what am I looking at? I'm looking at this section here. I'm probably going to end up changing that, but for now, all I need to do is go in and get my append. And I'll just hit G. Okay, so that worked out pretty good. Actually, what I'm going to do here, I'm not going to append. I think that's appending quite well. And actually, because I did a new proxy, I'm just going to go in here and do sign existing material Lambert 1 NES. Okay. And when I get to this section, see, I'm looking tuk tuk. No, tuk tuk. Tuk tuk tuk. Okay, good. Let's just go in here and grab these vertices, and I'll just go and use my mash. Here, G, G, and G. And actually, I can see right here that ended up with a bit of a problem. I'm just going to go and use the append. Enter. Delete. Good. Then I get to here, and what have I got? These kind of match up. Okay, good. So I'm just going to go in and grab these, and I'll mash G, G, and G. Okay, so I've got those all merged together. These ones here, I'm just going to go in and average them out a little bit. Just take these. Just because I know they're sticking out a little bit here, and I suspect if I just hit this a couple of times, yeah, they'll average in and blend in a bit better. Okay. And we get here, and the bottom of the ear kind of connecting with this. I might just use the append on this. Doop, doop. Enter. And that worked out pretty well. Okay. And, let's see, what do I want to do? Do I want to fill this in, or do I want to go and do the neck? I think I'm going to fill this in here. If I just grab this whole, like grab this edge, and I just go and I hit mesh, and I hit fill hole. Then I can start to play around. I'm just going to go and grab my split polygon tool, and you can kind of see that there are some obvious sections. Like if I go like this here, and I do this, and I do this, that fills in fairly nicely. Here, this is going to be a little bit trickier. Actually, what if I just take this section here? I'm just going to grab some of these edges, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit average. And I might grab my move tool, and I might move them over here. Let's just grab this, and I'll move this thing over a bit more. Okay, great. Now I can just grab my split, and I'll split from here to say here. And you just kind of look for logical kind of moves, and I kind of slowly, ever so slowly, move my way from maybe the jaw here. And okay, then I get out to this section, and whoop, I'm just going to try to build out this way a little bit. And I get to about here, and let's see, I could probably go down this way still some more. It always feels like I'm playing some kind of game when I do this. Boop, there. Kind of building around the eye, got this nice little loop going in. I get to here, this is going to be all stretched. I think I'm going to do this though, and I'll say that's going to be a happy quad. And here, whoop, there, okay. Holy cow! Now I have got to, in here, I've got to kite like a fiend. So kiting. So what I basically want to do is kind of block these areas in. So if I go and I do something like this, that's kind of kited down that way. I'm going to take this and we'll go out this way a little bit. There. And then this one can go from here to here. And we're going to end up having a little kite type thing right here. I don't know if it'll let me do that. Let me do it? Of course not. Okay. Let's try doing this. So we'll build it this way. Boink, boink, there. And I can go like this. Okay. And there's a quad. And okay, so this didn't work right here. I've got too much. I've got too much, so maybe I got to do something like this. Okay, I'm gonna make a quad here. Whoop, there. And there's a triangle, so if I go there, book. Okay, so I got a 5-sided here, and I've got a 5-sided there. So if I do something like this, and I was to go to here, that's it. That's done. This one here, I'm not sure if I like that, so I'm just going to spin it. Dook, dook. And we'll call that one okay for now. These are all happy quads. And if you do have a triangle, you've got to go and get it out, like, say, out this way out here. But I think I've pretty much done it. Anything else here? I think I'm good with that. What are we at? 6 minutes? Okay. I'm just going to take this area here and kind of work it a little bit. If I go in and I grab my Mesh Sculpt Geometry tool, on the tool here, come on, don't crash on me. Okay, there, good. We've got the smooth function. I really hate these stupid symbols because I can never remember what they are. Okay, so there's the smooth. And if I take this and B is for brush, so I can make that bigger, just like ZBrush almost. I think there's actually, they've ripped, basically ZBrush is a rip-off of what Artisan does, and then Artisan, which is the sculpting tool, decided to go and rip off some of the ZBrush tricks, which I'll show you. I'm just going in and actually, what is it? My opacity is lower, so I'm just going to make it a bit higher here. Okay, great. And I'm just going to look over here, and I can see that it worked out okay. Looks a little bit weird behind the ear. And I can also pull, right? Because this cheekbone here, I can look, and I can see that that needs to come out a bit. And my maximum displacement is down a bit low. The hotkey for that is M. So with M, you can see the arrow gets big. I can make it kind of small. Don't want to make it too big, and I can go in and whoop. And then the hotkey for switching, if you're on pull, if you hold down Shift, just like ZBrush, you can go in and smooth this thing down. Pull it out, smooth it down. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Okay, and I'm just looking at this line here. So if I was to look, smooth, smooth, smooth. Okay, there. Okay, I'll spend a bit more time tweaking that a bit later. I can see that this needs to come out a bit. Okay, and I'm staring at this as I'm going in and kind of sculpting this shape, and I'm noticing that this area here needs to come out a bit. But anyway, I've kind of smoothed it out so it isn't too weird. There's also a little relax thing here, which is a poor man's version of that relax shortcut, or the OA relax that I always show in class. And I can go over here and I can do something like, oh crap. See, this thing doesn't work as well as the OA relax, so I don't like using it. But it does make everything squarish, but it does lose the shape a bit more than the OA relax does. Okay. And very Cro-Magnon. So we're going to go back over here, pull this out a bit, smooth it down a bit. Okay, and I should be good with that for now. Okay, and anything else I want to do in there? No, I was looking at this area, and this area just sucks. So I'm just going to make this area a bit, oh, crap. Z. I was doing my ZBrush hotkey for a second, and I've had far too much liquor. Okay, where the hell am I? Who am I thinking about? There, if I go back to smooth, I'm just going to make my brush smaller, B, boop, boop, boop. Okay, so I can make these a bit more even. Okay, remember this is basically like average vertices, but a bit different. It just tends to lose the form a bit more. but sometimes you want to lose the form a bit more, so I get the ear blends in a bit better. Okay, and I'm just going to get rid of that. We'll say that's good. What are we at? 10 minutes? Okay, great. I'm going to go and finish off the neck.